Hey collective, it's me, Wes. How are y'all? Hope y'all doing good. So, I was meditating on you guys' energy, and I could see a woman with a little girl. The little girl looked like she was waiting for someone, looking for someone, and the mother was like waving, like here they come, here they come. And then I was seeing like sisters to me, um, like running together, racing together, running down a field. Um, I feel like you've been searching for someone. Maybe you were told one thing. Yeah, King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You've been searching for your father. And you could have been told by your mom, maybe your siblings. Yeah, y'all have the same father, but y'all don't look alike. And look, y'all, I want y'all to see this too. Look, their hair textures are different. Same complexion. But see how this person's hair is straight and this one's curly? You don't see that? So it's obvious that y'all, have different dads. And look, King of Swords is next. I forgot which card came first. Oops. Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry because I feel like this is definitely sensitive. For someone, like, really sensitive. Got the lovers out here. I feel like you just been lied to. Alright, Spirit. Oh, Lord. Empress. Look, there's the lies. With this Eight of Pentacles, it's like your mom wanted you to move forward without knowing who your father really was. I feel like it happened so fast. It could have been like a little one-night stand. Because you got the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. Oh, you got the Magician with the Moon. You got the Empress leading. Yeah, pregnancy. Look, Ten of Pentacles, money to help. Look, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they didn't want to help. That's what I was picking up with this Ten of Pentacles. They didn't want to help. Yeah, see. With that Four of Wands, whoever this man is on this that your mother was dealing with, they was cheating. Shit, the fuck. They were cheating, or they just didn't want to take on this responsibility. But you have that Four of Wands with the Seven of Cups, so it could be, shit, they didn't want to take on their responsibility, already had too much going on. It was a battle. It was a battle to try to get this person involved with you. Yeah, see this Emperor, they hid. Look, and then you have the Four of Pentacles. Because I know this card was up here. I don't want anybody in the comments, you moved that card. I know, but shit. But you have the Four of Pentacles, so it speaks of, you know, holding back energy. And then you have the Emperor next to this Moon card. This person hid, but like I said, they had other stuff going on too. I feel like they were either single and busy or in a relationship and busy. Shit, either way. And it ended so fast. Your mother could have been young when this happened. What else do we need to know? Yeah, look, Ace of Cups in the reverse, no relationship. But I picked it up right here. I picked that up like real, like one night stand. And we grown, y'all. So, you know, some of y'all that are going through situations, I definitely want to say, whether this is your story or not, sometimes our parents did the best that they could do with the knowledge they had and, you know, the funds that they had. So, you know, shit. Like, we doing the same thing today. So, take it easy on them. You know, don't be too hard. And I'm really trying to diffuse the situation and make you more calm. But I know you're mad. I heard tensed. But also, too, the way your mother handled this situation, it just kind of got real greedy. Because you got the Nine of Cups here with the Queen of Cups. But this man did walk out and leave her with the baby. So, you know, we are human. Lesson learned. We understand things like that. But at the same time, like I said, things got real heated, real ugly, real fast. You have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Also, too, because of the situation, how it happened, you know, so quickly. One night standish, things like that. I'm trying to say this because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to come off as rude and just blunt, because I know this is somebody's mother, but we also are grown and we've, you know, done dibbled and dabbled, had, you know, just, you know, little situationships and this and that, whatever. We are human. If you haven't had a situationship, shit, act like you had and understand. All right, now that that's done. Okay, so, sorry. I gotta say that because some people just be acting in front, but I feel like I feel like here with this Ten of Pentacles, your mother could have met another man, Emperor, and you could know them as your father, and she could have told you that, hey, this is your father, because it looked better. Look, King of Pentacles. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And I do feel like at one point in time, this your father, your biological father, tried to come back. But by that time, it was already too late. You got the Three of Swords. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, guys, but when I say your mother handled this situation very poorly, I'm going to use that word because the Nine of Cups is out here. It was a lot of tension between these two. So even you know, today bringing up, hey, who's my father, who's my biological father, things like that, it probably just sends your mother just in this bad energy, like stop talking to you type of energy. That's what I'm talking about, because of how everything happened. Like, she's very upset with how everything played out and things like that. So that's why I'm just kind of, you know, encouraging to just be calm and kind of, you know, just see both sides and things like that, because being angry about the situation, you know, it's not going to help anything. What's done is done. It's just, you know, how to move forward, things like that. I feel like your mother was with this 9 of Cups. She's definitely that girl. I can tell you that. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. And so with this 9 of Cups, you're dealing with somebody that's used to getting what they want. But when she ran into your father and it just stopped and everything else just stopped. Because with this Knight, it's like everything just slowed down. And that's when the attitude changed. You got this Fool card, but it's a lot of bad decisions and things like that that was made. A lot of secrets that were kept and hidden and things like that. It's like your mother wanted to paint a picture that everything was perfect. Everything was under control, you know? What else do we need to know? Oof, Lordy. Look, Ace of Swords in the reverse. And it just wasn't that. I told you, look, King of Swords in the reverse. I mean, Queen of Swords in the reverse. And this is, this is what I was speaking of earlier. Everything, it just got ugly between them two. And you got the Judgment in reverse, so nobody ever got the point across. Nothing, you know, nothing ever made sense. And it was like a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings and stuff, you know. Definitely had to do a lot with this situation. But I'm not going to make excuses with anybody, because at the end of the day, we're all adults and, you know, shit, situations happen, so the kid's more important. But at that particular time, it didn't pan out like that for them to both see the bigger picture was you, collective. So it was handled very poorly. Queen of Swords with the Devil in reverse, with the Judgment in the reverse. Your mother felt like it was just nothing was going to change, and the way she can just protect you and her is to, you know, walk away, things like that. So but mind you, you know, she's not innocent either, and that's what I want to let you know, because it's definitely some back and forth here that I'm picking up between these two. It got real ugly, so you may or may not know, but this has to do, and I'm saying this because it has to do with a lot with this man trying to come back in the picture and things like that, because when he tried to come back, the 3 of Swords popped out for his energy, which is he got rejected, you know. So tit for tat type of energy, what I felt like. Yeah. Yeah, see, with that Knight, as long as he was chasing, you, it felt like he was chasing her, and she felt like she had power. That was the control. That's the way she controlled, until she couldn't no more. What else do we need to know? 8 of Cups. He finally decided to walk away, go towards something else. Ooh. Some of y'all could have went to court for this situation. Some of y'all couldn't. Yeah. 5 of Wands. Some of your mothers were able to go to court. Some of y'all mothers wasn't able to go to court with this situation, with that Hierophant, to get like child support and stuff like that. Because some of you, with getting to know your father, your biological father, yeah. With this Chariot, this is, something's going to happen to where how you meet your biological father. Yeah. King of Swords is out here because, you know, your father has some things to tell you about too, and things like that. Of course, it's his side, it's her side, and you know, the truth, things like that. Because the Page of Swords popped out, and it's the energy that I'm getting is kind of like back and forth, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna try this year, or I'm gonna try now, or, you know, oh, this is not a good time. They're not seeing eye to eye. That's just been the whole, you know, behind the scenes of your life, them not seeing eye to eye. Pettiness, the lies, you know, things like that. So while you was little and waiting to see this, your father, you know, you were just kept waiting. And that's what I was seeing when I was meditating. Like, your mother was trying to tell you, oh, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. And he never showed up. Yeah, look, 7 of Cups. That's sad. It's like every year what I'm picking up, she made up a new lie to try to ease the pain. Because you were just waiting. Oh, I'm about to cry. This is sad, y'all. This is... Look, the Temperance is out here. And 8 of Cups. You could have grown up thinking that you were never enough, or maybe you wasn't important. You wasn't important. Things like that. Because you didn't have your father in your life. Look, because of the past. Oh my gosh. Why everybody around you just kind of celebrated and seemed all happy and stuff. What else? 6 of Swords. You asking questions, growing up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 7 of Swords again with the Strength. With the 6 of Wands. So whoever this new male in your stepfather, that's who you could have grown up knowing that, or thinking that that was your biological father. Knowing the whole situation, you know, things like that. So it's like, I heard 7. This and this, look, 7, 8. It's like your mom tried to convince you that your stepdad is your father, and you know this is not your father. Like, you know, this is not your biological father. You're well aware that this is like your stepfather. But she tried to convince you that this is your father. You have the Justice out here is sideways over the Ace of Swords in the reverse, which speaks of the lies that were told. And the older you got, it's like you start noticing, you start asking more questions, you start realizing the lies, more lies, more lies. And you just started rocking with it. But I know, I feel like, you know, with this 6 of Wands along your journey, it's still 8 at you. Like, something's not right, something's not right, something's not right. I heard exposure. Look, 3 of Pentacles. This 3 of Pentacles could be you having a conversation with your siblings, or you just simply wanting to take a DNA test. Maybe your siblings agreed to take a DNA test, or maybe you found a way to do some type of testing, or maybe you, with this 3 of Pentacles, maybe you asked your stepdad. Maybe you just ask your stepdad for confirmation, but I feel like at the age of 7 or 8, if this is how it happened, what I'm picking up on, like, I feel like your mother felt like you were just naive to not realize, like, who your father was or things like that, or, you know, because sometimes parents feel like, oh, my kids don't know, they don't understand. Yes, the kids understand, baby. The kids, they understand. So you cannot. It's like it's hard to hide things from kids. It's like they already be knowing, you know. So, or shoot, it maybe could be somebody's conscience already just feeling guilty. Who knows? But hey, I just don't. I feel right here with this 7 of Swords. I feel like at the age around 6, 7, um, that your mother, whoever she got with at that age, was trying to convince you that the new male in her life was your father, and that's not, like, it was obvious, you know, things like that. Yeah, she just didn't want to tell you. And with this Ace of Cups, like I said, maybe this was somebody your mom had feelings for. Like, I feel like it was definitely a one-night stand. Yeah. One-night stand or a situationship, but it wasn't no relationship. And I don't feel like your mother want to really tell you that, you know, what she was doing at the time, how much fun she was having. If or not, she was in her hot girl area. So, I mean, it is what it is, y'all. I mean, hey, look, 4 of Cups, because she regret her choices and, you know, bringing in a baby and stuff like that. I don't know. With this 9 of Wands, it's kind of like she's been trying to make things right. This is her way of making things right. Since he doesn't want to be there, or maybe he's just like a part-time father, you know, that type of situation shit. In and out when they want to, randomly throughout the years. However, maybe she felt like that was best, but I don't know. I feel like I definitely it's a lot of tension between the two, and it got ugly. I just want to say that. So I feel like more being petty. That was more, you know, the concerns between these two at that time. I feel like your mom is more of a trying to make it seem like everything was perfect and together, and she, you know, had everything together, versus trying to care about your feelings, and just letting, you know, hey, shit, it is what it is. Shit happens, you know, or, you know, just owning up to being accountable for her actions. I think she was just more focused on the lies. What I definitely can feel, guys. Look, 2 of Pentacles is out here, so it could have been a little bit of both. There's a lot going on. Yep. A lot of choices that she done made that really done brought a lot of heartache. Maybe you and your siblings have different fathers. Maybe you're not the only sibling that's dealing with this. Maybe you have questions. Maybe you're wondering. Maybe they're wondering too. Things like that. That's why I picked up here with this 3 of Pentacles. Maybe y'all all decided to get, you know, DNA testing. What else do we need to know? And 5 of Swords is on top of this Queen of Wands, which I spoke of, which is I'm picking up for your mother energy. Cause like I said, it was nasty when I was picking up, like a lot of tension back and forth. So, I don't even see them being in like the same room to have a conversation together. Like, it just, maybe down the line, on down the line, like down the freeway exit, make a right, like on down, like type on down the road. But no, I don't feel like they could be in the same room and, you know, have a decent conversation. You got the 4 of Pentacles. She just doesn't want to talk about it. and you're making it stressful, or you made it stressful over the years with this 10 of Wands. She's thought about telling you, but it's just like she doesn't want to tell you the truth. That's why she keeps planning on, telling you these lies. Oh, this happened. She could even told you that your father was deceased. Like, something happened over the years. Like, this is sad. And you're going to find this man. Look, 10 of Pentacles. You're going to find this man. You might have to, that's what you've been searching for. You've been searching for your father. But see, with this 10 of Pentacles, I'm picking up, you're going to be spending a lot of money just to find him. Things like that. Eight of Swords. You haven't had any luck with this Eight of Swords. This Three of Cups. I heard, oh boy. Like, oh boy. You could be out one night celebrating and meet some people. Look, the Lovers. Uh-oh. Three of Cups with the Lovers. You could be out. One thing you have to know, baby, and one thing you have to do is have faith. Because what you have prayed for to meet your biological father is coming towards you. You're going to meet this person. Like I said, for somebody, you may just have to, with that 10 of Pentacles, do a lot of researching. It may cost you a little bit. Also, too, for somebody, you could be out and, just talking to random people and start a conversation. And that's how, people from hometowns and stuff, things get started like that. What else? I heard obituary. Obituary. Right now, anything information that you get from your mom about your biological father is not going to be the truth. You have the 7 of Wands. She done told so many lies. She can't really remember everything that she done told you. So I definitely wouldn't trust. I mean, you can definitely listen to it and hear it, but I'm just letting you know, with this 7 of Wands, it's like she doesn't care anymore. She would rather continue lying to you than to tell you, I had a one night stand, or this man just left me. I really think it was a one night stand. You got the eight of Pentacles, fast movement. You got the 8 of Wands, fast movement. You got 888 energy. Well, 88 energies. So it's like, shit. Even 8 breaks down to a 16, which speaks of a tower. So, quick changes, things like that. No matter how I read this, it speaks of quick, fast energy movement. So, I feel like she's definitely ashamed to even say that to you. What else do we need to know? King of Pentacles with the High Priestess. Your father still thought about you, if that's what you're wondering. You got the King of Pentacles with that High Priestess. You still on their mind. It's just the situation, what they was dealt with. So it's like you're dealing with two stubborn people. Son of a bitch. I hear them cussing, like the arguing, like, yeah, but I'm sorry. And I just say this because I'm sorry, because they could not get it together for the sake of you, collective. I was laughing because I was hearing them cussing each other out like this crazy. Yeah, because see, 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the only person that got hurt is you. And because of money and things like that. All right. Tower. This tower, because this Page of Pentacles is upright. When you find your mother, when you find your father, your mother might just cut you off completely. Look, yeah. She's embarrassed. That's the only way I can really put it. Because she does not want you to see her in that light. She doesn't want to admit the truth. And right now, it seems like telling a lie seems way more important than the truth. Collective, just to be honest with you. And I know your feelings is hurt because it's like, oh, you wanted to know who is this man, you know, things like that. I heard you was picked on. Because I'm telling you, at the beginning when I showed y'all them women, the hair, you could look different from your siblings, you know? So it's kind of like you want to know. Y'all don't have the same hair texture, you know, things like that. You could be come from you could be mixed race, you know, things like that. So shit, you just look different from your siblings and you want to know. What else we need to know? Jeez, man. Yeah, look, Page of Swords, that's that talking shit. You know, you got the nine of Swords, because shit, she just don't want to tell you the truth. I feel like the lies that she told you was like something happened to her. Like she tried to make it about her. Too many lies, too many lies, too many lies. And this Nine of Pentacles is like, you know, like, I know you lying. Like, why won't you just tell me the truth? Embarrassed. That's all I can pick up, guys. I'm telling you, embarrassed. There's a way to protect herself. I hear some crying. Ooh, I don't know. After you find who your father is, like I said with this Two of Cups, y'all gonna have a relationship, but what's going to transition is the relationship between you and your mother. Now, will y'all get back healthy? I don't know. Because she has to look in the mirror at herself and face herself. Look at the Knight of Wands. And she might just, you know, might still talk to you, but it's not going to be much. It's like, look, King of Swords. Look, it's just, hi. Bye. That type of energy. Like, damn, why you acting so sour? What else we need to know? Star card, yeah. It's all about the image. She doesn't. The Star card is coming out sideways for her energy. She do not want you to view her any less than what you view her. Maybe you used to view her as Superwoman, but you know, anybody that's lying to you, it's like you can't help but view them any less, you know, mentally, because it's like, why are you sabotaging me? Things like, and look, Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, because it's like she cares more about keeping up this lie than telling you the fucking truth. And that's sad. That's what's sad about this whole situation. So it doesn't even matter. Just what I can say moving forward, collective, enjoy your relationship with your biological father as well as your stepfather, and should go from there, you know? Because the Knight of Wands keep coming out for this mother energy that I'm picking up on. She's still mad at this person. Now she's mad at you. And possibly other siblings if you have some and they're involved in helping you out with this. She just wants to be angry and mad. But I think that's her way of like coping with the situation, hiding. I should have pulled that card when I said hiding. Well, you got the Seven of Cups with the Death card, so it's like a sign of relief, like it's over. So give it some time with the Knight of Cups for her to come back around and start, you know, start a friendship, y'all relationship back up. Yeah, cause she this situation is real tender for her. I'm gonna say that much. So, you know, she's done some wrong, he's done some wrong, and you know, two wrongs don't make a right. But at the end of the day, at least you know that you're gonna find your biological father. That's this tower, like I mentioned earlier. And with this Two of Cups, this is y'all having an actual, you know, relationship. At least you'll be able to know who your father is, and then you can, you know, you can move forward, you know, from this situation. So, like I said, your mom's gonna still, you know, be your mom. So just give her some time. Other than that, shit. If she don't, you have no choice but to walk away, because you know, I feel, and I know you feel like, you know, hey, what's the big deal? Like, I just want to know who my father is. But I guess, you know, she's more concerned about her reputation and character and things like that. So it is what it is at this point. But at least you found who your father was. All right, collective, I love y'all so much. See you next time. Bye.